Hey guys, it's Kaylia here with Reno Tahoe Dog Training, and this is Lola, and Lola is going to be practicing for downstay while I talk to you guys about kennels. So let me show you my setup real quick. So I recently got a new car. It's a 4Runner. I've wanted a 4Runner for a very long time, and obviously it's really cool because of that back rolling down window and stuff. So when I was looking for a bigger car, I wanted enough space to fit my kennels because I am very religious about taking dogs in kennels. I don't like to take dogs, just my client dogs, in just an open car anymore, and there's a few reasons to that. It doesn't matter if I've known your dog for 2 weeks or 2 years, I always treat them all the same way. And so let me go over the brand real quick. I only use Ruffland kennels. I think they used to go by Rough Tough kennels, but they're Ruffland kennels now. Same quality, same everything. I have several different kinds, but the ones that are in the back of the car are an SUV version. They fit better. They're molded to fit right behind that seat, so it's really, really nice for that. When you order these kennels, they come in one piece, so there's no assembly required. You just throw them or take it out of the box and throw it in your car. So super, super easy. Really cool thing about these as well is that they're made out of really thick plastic. So they've actually done a crash test before and tossed it out of a moving vehicle, obviously without a dog in there, and the kennel held up. It was not caved in. It was like super, super secure. So it was really, really cool to see that. And then also, it's really easy to clean these things. If your dog messes up in there, or you're just looking to wipe it down real quick, it's so smooth that you just, take a cloth or whatever you're using and just wipe it down. You don't have to try to get into all these nooks and crannies and stuff. It's super easy to just throw in the backyard and hose out too. So when I'm using these kennels, the number one reason I use them is for safety. I think of it like a car seat for a baby. So whenever I'm traveling with a dog, I put them in their car seat and it keeps them in one spot. The second reason I like to use it is for cleanliness. I know I'm a dog trainer, but I still like to have nice and clean things. So hair is one of them. If you have a very hairy dog, you know how tough it is to get out of everything. And me doing tons of dogs throughout the week and throughout the year, I collect a lot of dog hair. So I like to try to find ways to minimize that, and one of the best ways to do that is using a kennel in your car. It keeps it kind of in one area. I'm sure, some obviously floats out through those holes and stuff, but for the most part, they're not like rubbing up on your car seat and stuff. So it's kind of in one area. The second reason for cleanliness is obviously being a dog trainer is not the most glamorous job in the world. I'm dealing with pee and poop a lot. So if a dog gets super anxious or they have to go to the bathroom, it's not getting all over my car. It's in the kennel. The other reason I like to use it is it keeps your car safe, minus the messes that your dog will make. Some dogs are extremely destructive in the car. Some of you might know what I'm talking about. Those dogs that like to chew holes into the back of your seat or chew on your seatbelt. That's happened to me before, and after that first time, I was like, all right, every dog's going in the kennel now. Like I said, I don't care if I've known this dog for a really long time or not. Every dog goes in the kennel. I only use these kennels with the plastic door on the front. That is for separation anxiety reasons. So outside of travel, I like to use these kennels to kennel train just in general. And I get a ton of dogs that have separation anxiety or kennel anxiety. Ugh, I can't talk today. Kennel anxiety. And what that plastic door is going to do versus a wire door is it's going to hold up better. I've had one dog paw at a wire door constantly before, to the point where it kind of bends it, and then they're able to like push it out and get out, and thank God I was home for that. But it happens. So I only use that plastic door now. So if you're thinking about getting one for a anxious dog, get the plastic door. It's worth it. Cost, depending on what changes you make to the basic kennel itself and what size you get or colors, these kennels can cost anywhere from $200 to $400. And I know that's kind of a bigger range, but it's like, that's what you're gonna spend on a good quality kennel. Most dogs are probably fine in just any old kennel that you can get like online or at PetSmart. But if you have a dog that is super good at escaping, or you have like you use your kennel a lot, you know the wear and tear it takes on it. So I highly recommend investing in a really good kennel. One kennel I don't really recommend for separation anxiety dogs is the aluminum kennels. There's a company that makes them and they're fantastic kennels. They are quite expensive. They run anywhere from $600 and up, but they are really cool. You can do like a lot of different things with those kennels. But if you have a dog that has severe separation anxiety, I've seen where the aluminum scratches off on their teeth, and some dogs go as far as pushing the limits to where they can get a tooth out through those holes and bend it, so it causes some really sharp edges and your dog can really harm themselves. So just be careful like getting those if you have a severe anxious dog, whether that's like separation anxiety or just kennel anxiety. I would just stick with the plastic kennels. And honestly, like I've never found a use where I'm like gonna run out and buy a $600 kennel just because of the name or because it's super fancy. I love my kennels and they have been holding up for years. So, but those are my top reasons for using these kennels and also using kennels while traveling. The fans in the beginning of the video on the front of the crate allow room for ventilation. So sometimes I know people are trying to do the right thing by like leaving AC on in the car when it's super hot outside. But trust me, you need to, if you're doing that kind of thing, first of all, I don't recommend that. If it's like for 5 or 10 minutes, I know some people will, you know, run into the house because they forgot something, or they're running into the post office, or, you know, doing things like that for like 2 seconds. You need to have a fan blowing on those kennels, because even though the AC is running in your car, sometimes if a dog is panting a lot, it's not creating a lot of ventilation flow through there. It gets kind of hot and muggy. So I highly recommend getting a fan, but don't leave your dog in the kennel if you're not going to be around. And just don't leave your dog unattended in a warm vehicle, period. So, but even when you're driving around, you know, it's good to have those kennel fans on and blowing on the dog constantly, just to have that air going back through there. But yeah, that's pretty much it. If you have any questions about the kennels that I use, leave your questions in the comments below. And if you need help with kennel training your dog, or getting in the car, or fixing anxiety, send me a message and I can get you started on a training package for that. But yeah, I'm here to help. Thank you for watching, and I will talk to you guys soon.